VGC doubles, here we go. First game in of the day, and we have an interesting little team. It looks like some trick room antics. This is my first time using this particular team that I have here, so I am curious to see how I can get it to interact. I kind of think I like the idea of Arcanine with Snarl. I'm not sure if that's how I want to start the game though. I do think Baxcalibur can do some massive damage with his Icicle Spear. And is he faster than anyone on my team? Because that's what I kind of need, right? 205. Not a big point in bringing him. I'm kind of digging the idea of Garganacl. Yeah, they don't have much into Garganacl, so I think I'm bringing Garganacl to start. I'm really digging Baxcalibur, although I know that Iron Hands can launch some really powerful attacks to start the game as well. So we're going to do that. And we'll round it out with these three, because I like Fluttermane a lot. I'm just not sure if she's going to perform to the utmost standard in this first game here. So we're in the Pokeball rank right now. We're trying to work our way back up to the top. It should be a lot easier because we're starting a lot earlier this month. And I plan on getting a lot of games in. So let's just make this thing happen. Make this thing shake. What do they have for me here? They actually don't have much for Garganacl here. So I'm thinking I just go straight up for Assault Cure onto Oricorio and Hydro Pump the Volcarona. I have a feeling that Oricorio is going to want to... Oh, they have that dancing move. Okay, they're going to do the dancer antics. That's what they're going to do here. I think we're still just going to Hydro Pump. Actually, no, we're going to need a Freeze Dry first. We have to Freeze Dry first. I don't know if it protects. If Oricorio protects, does it get the Dancer boost? I have no idea. But on the bright side, it can't get any Quiver Dance bonus if it's knocked out. So there we go. One way of doing things. Yeah, so it's got the Revelation Dance, which is a nice little attack. That's actually my favorite Oricorio. I actually used it in my second playthrough of the game. Actually, my third playthrough. I'm lying. I did a playthrough with my girlfriend, and I was using Oricorio. I actually used an all ghost type team, which was so fun and so rewarding. So we got a nice little Salt Cure off. We're actually very, very safe here, it appears, with Garganacl. So I'm thinking Vivillon might have like a Giga Drain or something. But I definitely don't want to tear it into Ghost in front of the Oricorio. So I think what we do here is just maybe get a little bit of chip damage off on both of these Pokemon. Let Iron Bundle go down. Get a nice strong Icy Wind in return though. Because either one of them might protect here. I just want to get some good strong chip damage. Nice, nice. So that should be a double knockout at the end of this turn. Ooh, Sleep Powder. Oh, but we got... Man, this guy. He got a little unlucky in this game here. So we take that. We got 3 KOs to their 1 KO. That's always a win. And I'm still always a little bit nervous, you know, closing out the first game of the day. Because anything can happen, it feels like. But we're doing really well. Alright, so they only have 1 Pokemon left. I think it's just perfectly safe to bring out Arcanine and just go with like Will-O-Wisp or Snarl. I don't feel like there's a point in risking losing this match. So I'm just going to do this combination. With Gardevoir there, I could honestly Terra Dark, but Gardevoir also is going to have the Dazzling Gleam. Now that, so Prevents it from status conditions. Oh no. Oh no. So I can't actually burn it, which is fine. Because I would much rather just use Snarl anyway, right? Yeah, let's just do this. Okay, cool. I didn't want to waste any more time. I figured they might end up just canceling the battle soon anyhow, so. Great, we got our first little win of the day. They had a nice player card. They had a couple of friends in their picture, so that's cool. All right, let's get our next opponent in here. Yes, we would like to continue battling. I was pleasantly surprised with that team's performance. Specifically Iron Bundle, he has so much power. Granted, we were fighting against a Vivillon and an Oricorio. Oricorio is pretty strong and has a little bit of defense, but I don't think anyone's really afraid of a Vivillon, so. Okay, so this is a nice little ice team. They're definitely going to want to get their Aurora Veils going. So something that I could consider is bringing in Arcanine to just flamethrower them to the high heavens. The slight fear that I have, though, is I don't want to get into an Arcanine versus Arcanine match, right? Alternatively, Iron Hands looks pretty good into this team as well. So I think Iron Hands Arcanine is actually a pretty good combo. I really like the idea of keeping Garganacl in the back. And I think all three of these Pokemon are honestly pretty decent into this team. If I had to choose, I think Fluttermane would be the most useful just to get that extra power behind her attacks. Baxcalibur gets a nice little boost in the snow. And they really don't have anything that can hit him super effectively either. So I'm thinking, it's a tough one. Baxcal or Fluttermane? Well, I'm probably going to Dynamax or whatever my Garganacl. So honestly, I'm just going to go with Fluttermane and just call it a day. See what happens. All right. All right, let's see what we got. So I was a little bit worried about the Iron Thorns coming out, mainly because I don't know what Iron Thorns does. I really don't actually know what it does. So it increased its attack. We can always fake out it, because what is it going to do other than nothing? And honestly, I'm kind of down with a Will-O-Wisp. Alternatively, Flare Blitz does massive damage and kind of ensures that we survive the next turn. But I'm going to Will-O-Wisp, play the long game, because I really think that this Pokemon is a huge threat. And it looks like we do have speed, so it's possible that we're going to see a Trick Room pop up here. What are they going to do? Flinch and Trick Room, yep. All right, so now I'm a little bit scared, but I do have Garganacl that I can always swap into. Now, the thing is, Iron Thorns has to have Dark-type moves, doesn't he? Rock and Electric, Steel and Fairy. So Garganacl isn't going to appreciate fighting these guys. Rock and Electric, Steel and Fairy. The Fairy can do massive damage to Iron Hands. I don't think it'll KO it because I have Assault Vest. And then what I can do here is I can either Will-O-Wisp or Flare Blitz the Klefki. Okay, well, I gotta make a decision now. So I'm just gonna honestly Flare Blitz it. Because I don't think that they're gonna, oh, they probably stopped me from using Protect just now. But yeah, I was like, I don't think that they're gonna attack Arcanine here. Other than maybe a Rock Slide. Hopefully I don't flinch. Nice. All right, so we're actually in a really nice position here. We've got them, you know, kind of dead to rights right now. Will it tell me if I can, I'm not sure if the game actually is gonna tell me. How does Imprison work? Like, does it tell me if I can protect here? Or will it just not tell me? I think I can honestly Drain Punch the Clef Key just in case somebody protects here. And then go for a nice little Snarl. Okay. Well, that actually didn't work perfectly, but not the end of the world. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I had speed on him under Trick Room. That was silly. Why didn't I pay attention to the speed? Oh, I just took a mean Earthquake for nothing. Okay, well, that's just gonna teach me to pay attention more. On the bright side, we still do get the KO on that Pokemon, which again was like the most threatening to me on their team. And Clef Key is still around, but it can't really do much. We know it has Trick Room and Imprison. I don't know what else it has though. I don't know what else it's good for here. It's probably got like a Play Rough, maybe a Flash Cannon or something like that. Maybe Dazzling Gleam and Flash Cannon. That could be the combo. So we were slower than the other dude the last time. Are we slower than him this time? Because if we are, then we just straight up go for that. I'm actually gonna sealed the protect. So yeah, I just Flare Blitz again. I don't know if Drain Punch knocks out Abomasnow, but I really want to Drain Punch it. Yeah, I figured that we would have some speed on him, even under Trick Room. And that's some good HP back. That's some good HP back. Yeah, I figured that the Blizzard was coming. I figured, you know, it wasn't going to be a huge threat. Yeah. Flash Cannon isn't doing much to Arcanine, so now we just take out Clef Key, which in hindsight maybe wasn't the best idea. It looks like Abomasnow isn't doing much either, but keeping the Clef Key in just to force them to have a Pokemon that can't do anything would have been pretty useful for me. The other thing about Clef Key is it was blocking me from using Protect, so now that I have access to it, I can kind of play around the game a little bit differently as well here. So I'm really not afraid of the Frostmoth. And Arcanine is going to go down here if I let it. So there's like one more turn of Trick Room. So I think I just protect Arcanine. I figured that he might protect him, but that's okay. We're just going to get a bunch of protects going around then. We're just going to get a bunch of protects going around then. I don't know if that was the best use of their time though. Let's see who the Frostmoth targets. Oh, just a general Blizzard. That's okay. Now, hopefully Arcanine can outspeed Frostmoth outside of Trick Room. I don't think anyone... So I think Iron Hands is definitely the slowest on the field right now. So I'm going to Flare Blitz. I'm still going to Flare Blitz Abomasnow because it can't protect right now. If it does get a lucky double protect, that would be such a good read by them, but it doesn't look like they're going to go for it. All right, we're gaming right now. We're kind of gaming, folks. We are kind of gaming. So let's see how much this Blizzard does. Oh, they just go for a Tailwind. That would have been nice for you earlier, but I don't know why you have Tailwind and Trick Room. Like, I think that's clever, but like I wouldn't bring those Pokemon together personally, because that's just two Pokemon that just don't do much damage. Are they gonna outspeed me here? They might. But what I can do here is actually guarantee the victory by Drain Punching, and I could Perish Song. And I don't see the harm in that, just to confirm. Okay, cool. I was like, I mean, in case he's faster than me and somehow, I don't know. It was pretty much impossible that they would do anything, because I guess I had Focus Sash, so I could have just attacked that turn and been fine. Ooh. Eventually Master Ball, so we got a little bit of climbing to do here. A little bit of climbing. This is a very, very interesting little bit of off-meta team here. I'm trying to think, what are they going to try to do? They got Kilowattrel for speed control. I don't have speed control, so they're going to get speed. Baxcal is pretty good into their team. Garganackle is very good into their team. So I'm going to start with Garganackle. They're going to get the speed control, but then they're not going to be able to do a whole lot afterwards. I'm thinking I could either go Iron Hands, or I could go with the famous Arcanine, which actually sounds a lot better based on their team construct. Even though the Intimidate doesn't really... Oh, they have Defiant. I don't want to accidentally activate that, though. If I do, I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm going to start with that. All right, and then my last Pokemon, they're going to have speed, so my Iron Bundle is actually not going to be perfect. Fluttermane is also kind of tough to bring into this core. Well, I just had to hurry up and select, so that's the core that we're bringing. I actually, now that in hindsight, I'm like, ooh, I wish I would have clicked on Iron Hands instead. Because I was debating between Baxcalibur or Fluttermane, and I think one of them could have been potentially replaced for Iron Hands. Iron Hands has been really so good for me. All right, so we get the Intimidate, which is great. Because this is the exact lead that I figured they would start with. And so I think what we do here is we can break Kilowattrel's Sash if we want, right? And Will-O-Wisp Grimmsnarl just to weaken him. And my key is I actually don't plan on swapping out Arcanine. I plan on just whittling away at their team here, especially the first two. Hopefully I can whittle away at them in a way where basically their Tailwind peters out before their, Pokemon are dead, if that makes sense. Basically, I want to force them to either swap out or lose their Tailwind status. So Grimm and Kilowattrel are heavily hindered. You already know what we're going to do next. We are clearly going to go for the Salt Cure onto Grimm. And a Snarl doesn't hurt. I'm like, a Snarl doesn't hurt. But I think a Will-O-Wisp could be way better. I'll Snarl for now. Because if they're smart, they swap out. But it doesn't look like they're going to swap out here. Yeah, so the Snarl is really going to help. Ooh, the Snarl is really going to help us not get destroyed completely by those Thunderbolts. Holy cow, that was a smart Snarl. Very smart Snarl. So now we can go ahead and protect on up. These Pokemon are both really, really low on, just stats in general. I could go for a greedy double protect, but I think that the Snarl is okay. But at the same time, they probably know that I want to protect Garganackle right here. Yeah, so my plan is working properly. And I'm thinking they probably know that I want to protect Garganackle, so I'm going to protect Arcanine along with him. Just in case they're going to double target into Arcanine. And I think that'll have me pretty covered because they're not swapping out. Ooh, that blocks the parting shot. Let's go. Let's go. Ain't no parting shot. You're staying in here, Grimmsnarl. You are staying in here, buddy. So they did try to take out Garganackle, which is good to know because They can't. So next turn, I can actually recover off the damage that the Kilowattrel did, and I can actually knock out the Kilowattrel. If Grim goes for the parting shot again, I could Dark Terra, but I don't know if that gets me anywhere, truly. I mean, against their team, I kind of need the Terra on Garganackle, but not sure. So if they go for the parting shot again, I can honestly just Will-O-Wisp whatever comes in for that Pokemon. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they do parting shot me. Nice, nice, great. That's perfect. That's honestly perfect. Because Grim was taking Salt Cure and Burn, so they're happy to get him out of there. But what we know is Grim has three moves that are not attacks, 3 status moves, and he's Burn. So I don't know what he can do. And he's already low on HP, so we're gonna get a nice Will-O-Wisp off on King Gambit, hopefully. That is perfect. That is perfectly played right there. That is honestly so perfectly played right there. So perfectly played right there. And Kilowattrel used Protect, and we weren't even targeting it, so we just got a free recover off and a free Will-O-Wisp. So that's, I mean, top tier. Now they are still alive. Their Tailwind peters out, so they're gonna want to reset that. I don't think I'm faster than him though, which is the problem. So I can't actually prevent them from using Tailwind. So my plan worked, but it failed because I didn't do what I needed to do. So they're definitely gonna want a Tailwind, which means I get a free hit onto King Gambit. He's Burn, so I hope he can't do much, but I think I have to Terra and prevent him from doing what he does. Aside from that, I like the idea of a Snarl, but I'm just gonna go for the Flare Blitz and ensure the knockout. I'm gonna give them Tailwind here because I don't think we have that much speed on them anyway. All right, let's see if they saw this coming. Because they definitely could Sucker Punch my Garganackle, which would really sting. Yeah, so they get their Tailwind off, which is all that Kilowattrel wanted to do. So honestly, Kilowattrel played a pretty perfect game. It got some decent damage in. It made sure that Tailwind is up at the most crucial time because it's about to get knocked out. Good, good, good. So we effectively neutralized the King Gambit here. And it's going to be taking massive Salt Cure on top of burn damage. So that's beautiful. So at this point with Garganackle, I think we just Salt Cure whatever comes in next. And then we just, just continue to attack the King Gambit pretty much. And right now we're still in a really good position. We still have our first 2 Pokemon and they're relatively healthy. Like, we're relatively healthy. He's down 1 Pokemon. He's got 2 Pokemon that are burned and low health. We're looking good. We're looking good here. So, of course, he would send out the Iron Bundle next. I wonder what Iron Bundle wants to do. Because it can either slap my Garganackle or slap my Arcanine. So, what I'm going to do is double protect. What you gonna do there? And basically with the double protect, it allows me to see what scout out what they're gonna do. It allows me to get more Salt Cure damage off. The best thing that they could do is switch back into, switch back into that. And Grim is still gonna take some damage here, so that's good. All right, so we are gonna see what Terra they're going for, which is nice. Probably Terra Ice, I'm assuming. Terra Water, okay. Gonna have a very nasty Hydro Pump coming in. And give me 1 sec. Okay. Hydro Pump into the Arcanine, who he's not going to take that lightly at all. He's not going to take that lightly at all. So we do have a slight dilemma where they do have Tailwind for 2 more turns. And that boy is going for some nasty water hits here. I still win this though. I still win this pretty handily. I think now what we do is Salt Cure the Iron Bundle, because again, we know that Grim isn't doing anything. And I'm just gonna Snarl. If I get the Snarl, great. I'm probably not. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, he needed the crit so bad. He needed that crit so badly. Okay, so thankfully we don't take too much damage there. And we do still get the Salt Cure off. The Snarl is also going to help us survive more of those Hydro Pumps. So again, we're still in a good position overall. But that crit definitely mattered for them. So I'm going to have to protect next turn, sadly. And honestly, I'm going to go for a double protect, I think. What do? They know that I want to protect Garganacl. Do I double protect here and just let the Salt Cure and burn happen? Because my thing is if they go for the Hydro Pump onto Arcanine, then there was no point in me protecting Garganacl this turn. So I have to double protect, force them to do something. So next turn, one of my Pokemon get an attack off, guaranteed. So either you're getting Snarled or you're getting another, or you're gonna let me get my recovery. Okay, so they're wanting to flip turn to reduce the amount of damage that they're taking, which is not bad. Not a bad idea by them. So let's see what we can do. Again, we know that Grim can't do anything with Spirit Break, so I'm kind of comfortable keeping it in the game for longer. Yeah, the Salt Cure is doing work. Their Reflect wears off. Their Tailwind is gone. So now we can have speed, potentially. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover this off. And how does Defiant work? I need to figure out how Defiant works real quick. Because does Defiant activate on only attack drops upon having any stat lowered? That's what I thought. Okay, so I can't Snarl. I have to Flare Blitz. And I guess it's just got to be Grim. We can at least stop them from getting a light screen up, which is going to be good for my Pokemon in the back. So definitely a slow, kind of methodical game here, but we're doing a great job just keeping them at bay, making sure that they can't knock out this Garganacl. And look, this team hasn't even gotten past my first 2 Pokemon, and they're still healthy. They're still healthy. I spent so much time thinking about what Pokemon I should bring, and I knew that the first 2 were the right ones, but then I was like, I don't know about who needs to be in the back. I could have gotten a nice Flare Blitz off on King Gambit, but honestly, I kind of knew that he was gonna do what he does. So now the question is, do I want to Salt Cure King Gambit now? I mean, he's going down to burn anyway, though, right? How about we double protect? Because if I double protect, then what happens next turn? Then King Gambit takes more Salt Cure. I can recover alternatively. Recover protect is not a bad play. Because if I recover, like, I just recover off whatever damage they do. And I don't take any damage here. Yeah, the protects are going crazy right now. Like, the protects are going bananas. So he does still get his light screen up. And the protect was not needed. So you win some, you lose some. That's okay. On the bright side, we get more health back on this turn. So it wasn't a complete waste. It was like we got Garganacl back to full HP. And we just protected Arcanine just in case they wanted to do something to him. Now, on this next turn, I still really would like to Snarl. The problem is King Gambit exists, right? So what do they do here? I don't know if a Snarl knocks out King Gambit, to be honest. To be brutally honest. If I protect, that kind of does me no good. I'm worried about... No, I'm not. I'm not worried about anything. I'm going for this. I'm going for this. They can't do anything. They can't do anything to me. I'm invincible! We're invincible! Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm like, okay, you Hydro Pump. That's probably going to KO, though. That's going to KO. That's going to KO. Because I didn't get my whatchamacallit up. But they don't have Tailwind, so it's a speed tie here. That's worth something. Because who's the fastest on the field? Definitely Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle is always going to be the fastest on the field. I think the first thing that I do is just Icy Wind. Get my speed in position for anybody on my team to clean up. Anybody on my team can clean up once our speed is in position. Oh, our speed was heightened. Oh, so we have speed now. Oh, so it's GG's now. So what I can do here is swap into Flutter Mane. Because King Gambit is going down. Yeah, this is a win. This is a win. Because this way, Flutter Mane can take whatever hits they're throwing at him, and I can just get this free knockout onto their Iron Bundle. Bada boom, bada bing. This is just a guaranteed way to win. And that's what you need, you know? You need the guaranteed wins. So he did hit Iron Bundle, but doesn't really matter. The burn is going to knock him out next turn, and we got 3 Pokemon, so it's impossible for them to win. All right. Triple battle canceled today. Triple battle canceled today. Let's go. 3-0, 3 cancels because of the victory being imminent. Okay, so they actually have my exact same team. Crazy. Well, I did not expect to see a mirror match, if I'm being honest with you. I think we just go with this team. Because I feel like this just gives us the best chance at knocking all their guys out. The only thing is they have Focus Sash Flutter Mane, which is kind of problematic. But let's see how this goes. This is actually really cool. A nice little mirror match for our first battle in Great Ball. Let's get it. This is our first mirror match. This is actually, I think, my first mirror match ever in this game. Or in like any. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Definitely had some mirror matches in Sword and Shield. Especially when the meta was getting like crazy toxic. Okay, so they got... I'm going to definitely fake out their Iron Bundle and just go for it, right? What's stopping me from doing that? What is stopping me from doing that? Fake out into Iron Bundle, Freeze Dry into Iron Bundle. I guess Hydro would do more damage, but I don't want to miss. And if they Terra, then I get a nice playoff. Nice playoff. Their Arcanine is definitely intimidating. Get it? Get it? It's in fudge! Oh, okay, they double protect. Whew. I thought they were going to do something with their Arcanine and I was going to lose this turn. Well, good. Good. All right, so now we're at a speed tie with their Iron Bundle, which is bad because they have Arcanine and we kind of need to take care of him. Bum, 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 bum. The good news is Arcanine actually can't do a ton in this matchup. He can't battle my Garganacl very well. So I definitely need to get this Iron Bundle out of here. Anybody on their team want to take a Drain Punch? They could have Misdreavus in the back, so let me actually go for the Thunder Punch. He's probably going to want to Flare Blitz me, so I could Volt. Oh, wait, nah. Volt switches special attack, so that's not as strong. And I think we still Freeze Dry into this. Now, let's Hydro Pumperoni. I probably should have protected mine on that turn. Especially because getting a KO on Arcanine wasn't actually maybe worth it. But hopefully we just knock this guy out, get a double KO, and we don't. Oof. Oof. Big oofs. Big oofs there. Big oofs there. Big oofs there. What do they have? Iron Hands, the reliable partner. What do we do here? Can't really swap out much. Because Garganacl, nobody wants to take what they got going on the other side here. I'm just going to go for it. I think we just go for the gusto here. Oh, they could always protect the Iron Bundle. If they protect Iron Bundle and read me again, though, that would be insane. So I'm just gonna go for it. Because at this point, I actually feel like I'm a little bit behind, considering what they have out in front right now. Like I said, I really feel, they got the speed tie on me twice. That's rough. Yeah, the big problem is that I really just shouldn't have knocked out Arcanine. Arcanine just really couldn't do anything to my team. And so knocking it out was actually not super beneficial. All right, well, we got this situation here where Garganacl is forced to Terra. Sadly, sadly, sadly. What a sad, sad day. Gosh, okay. So what we do here is let's Drain Punch the Iron Hands, and I think we can KO the Iron Bundle after a nice Terra. Because Iron Bundle could also protect this turn, and so I don't want to double into it. And I also don't want to use my strongest attacks from Iron Hands into it. The big problem here, though, now that I'm realizing it, is Iron Hands is still intimidated. And I haven't found a good time to swap him out yet. I really was thinking that the Thunder Punch was just going to KO the Iron Bundle, though. Not the case, not the case. Yeah, so they're just honestly playing this really well. Again, like I said, I really should have just gone for their Iron Bundle. I should have doubled into the Iron Bundle on that other turn where I went for the Hydro Pump on Arcanine. I think it's still winnable from here, especially because we're about to get this Salt Cure off. But we're definitely going to have to play pretty smart here from here on out. So they have their own Garganacl in the back, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And they also have speed on their Iron Hands, and my Iron Hands is whatchamacallit, intimidated. Oh, they brought Baxcal. Well, this is a game changer. This, my friends, is a game changer. Do they Terra Baxcal? I think I just alternate my attacks here. This is rough. Because what happens if I keep Baxcal alive? Do I just lose? I'm going to double into Baxcal and see what happens. They could definitely protect them. Okay, they don't. I think Garganacl takes this. Just not, like, twice. The good news is I doubled into Baxcal, so this should knock him out. Oh my gosh, I used freaking Thunder Punch instead of Drain Punch though. Whoops. I mean, I did that because I thought he was gonna Terra. It was really smart that he didn't. Para, 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 para. Oh, that was the only thing saving us there. Without the para, we are in trouble. So I'm thinking that they're gonna want to read into a Protect, right? So what do I do here? What do I do here? I mean, I could let them read into the Protect, right? Yeah, I'm gonna let them read into the Protect. Because my logic is if we survive this turn, and even if we don't, oh yeah, we're probably not. You know what? Because what I was thinking was Fluttermane can come in, clean up Baxcal. And their Iron Hands isn't gonna kill me from here, right? Right? Let's go! I knew it. I knew he couldn't KO me. I was like, I don't think they can KO me from here. I think Iron Hands is just that bulky. He's that big bulk boy. Big bulk boy. All right, so all that they have here is a Thunder Punch that we know can't knock out Garganacl. I can't swap out my Iron Hands, sadly. Yeah, honestly, I should have just went for the recover when I had the opportunity to. Whew, hung on 5. Thank you. Thank you, Garganacl, for hanging on and not getting paralyzed. Wow, that just won us the game, basically. That just basically won us the game. I'm thinking, do I run the risk of doing another recover? Yeah, I think I double recover here and then Salt Cure next turn. Okay, good. Good. Let's go! We won the mirror match! I just really think that bringing Arcanine was just not their wisest play. Like, Arcanine just didn't have much into my team other than the Intimidate. And aside from that, it didn't do much. So it was kind of just a free pickup. If they would have had like Fluttermane or something that could have done some massive damage into my Iron Hands, you know, that would have been pretty threatening. Getting on up there in level, getting on up there. A battle against Scruffy. Okay. So Scruffy's gonna want a Trick Room. Ooh, they got some nice Trick Room options as well. Oof, okay. And they're probably gonna bring out Iron Hands to start with that Trick Room nonsense. Is Oranguru also normal type? I can't remember. Or is he just Psychic? Normal and Psychic, okay. So I can't really bring Fluttermane reliably. I think you come in. Arcanine, again, just doesn't fulfill many duties here. But, you know what? I can burn a couple of people on their team. I wish I had Knockoff right now on one of my Pokemon. You're honestly pretty good. You're honestly pretty good here, Iron Hands. Who's better? Is anybody better? I'm thinking Baxcal. Could Baxcal be better here? Baxcal might be better in case they Terra their Garganacl. I hate the fact that I'm really not about to bring my Iron Hands, but I think Baxcal is actually better. Oh, I still have another one that I can pick. Oh, nice. Iron Hands, come on. Why did I just pick 3 Pokemon and think I was done? Because all of our games that we've won thus far, knock on wood, have we've had like 3 of our Pokemon left. Actually, I think every single one. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so this was the exact lead I was expecting. What do we do here? I could Terra immediately, and I don't see the big harm in that, because Iron Hands has a Fat Drain Punch. Actually, yeah, I have to Terra immediately because that Fat Drain Punch coming through is going to wreck me. Oh, so his defense was heightened. That's interesting. Now, the other thing is, yes, Drain Punch will wreck me, but I don't want to get wrecked by Flutter Mane. But I think I have to. I think I have to go for the Salt Cure. Terrestrialize, Salt Cure. Into Iron Hands. And then also Will-O-Wisp the Iron Hands. Because basically, once they get their Trick Room up, they're going to start doubling down with the, what is that move that Oranguru gets? They're going to start basically forcing Iron Hands to use 2 moves per turn instead of Oranguru using 1 move and Iron Hands using 1 move. So getting the Will-O-Wisp off is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Arcanine. He has not missed a Will-O-Wisp today. Excuse me. I think that's our 3rd one that we summoned. So they actually don't go for the Trick Room immediately. That's interesting. And we do get a chance to avoid the Drain Punch. And since they didn't go for the Fake Out, we actually got the free Will-O-Wisp onto them. Ah, that was unfortunately not a great turn for them. The best thing that happens there is, of course, they get the Future Sight damage. But, well, we'll see how much that really helps. Okay, so another problem, though, is that since Iron Hands can recover his own health with Drain Punch, I mean, he can't recover that much, but I also can't do that much damage to him either. So we're going to have to Snarl. We're going to have to Snarl here. And I probably could have protected knowing that they're going to want to hit my Arcanine. But this at least weakens Oranguru. Ooh, that taunt is going to actually be pretty crucial into what Garganacl is able to do moving forward. So thankfully, the Drain Punch does like nothing right now. That's not doing anything. It is going to heal off their Salt Cure. And probably not the burn, though. So at this point, we actually got to start getting some knockouts here. I think first things first is we are going to probably Salt Cure Oranguru again and just go for a Protect on Arcanine. That way they can't get the Drain Punch health in. The other thing that they could do is, because do I really care about how much Drain Punch health they get? I could just Flare Blitz and do some good damage into them. Iron Hands is just really heavily weakened right now. And he can't do anything to my guys right now. I just feel like they might want to swap him soon. Does Oranguru have Protect? We know that Iron Hands doesn't have Protect, so I think that's how I make this decision. Knowing that Oranguru might carry Protect, but Iron Hands doesn't, I'll just Flare Blitz the Iron Hands. I mean, it doesn't do much damage at all, and honestly, that kind of hurts me more than it hurts him, it seems. So they are going to get their Drain Punches going, though. But what I can honestly do next turn is see that coming and just protect my way out of it. Yeah, that was bad. That was actually not a great turn for me, considering they're going to do that double Drain Punch. All right, well, no problem, because all that we got to do now is Salt Cure again, Protect. And especially them seeing me pop the Citrus Berry, they're probably thinking that I don't care to Protect next turn, that I might want to try to get some more damage in or something. But that is not going to be the case, my friend. I am actually going to double Protect. I'm going to read this very hard, and we're going to push forward. One thing I like about Showdown a little bit more than playing on the Switch at times is just the animations. Like, not having to see the animations and just having them go on ahead and do their thing is very nice. All right, so we're going to Protect here for Arcanine. Just keep him nice and healed up here. Because Iron Hands got Intimidated and Burned, so he was not doing much with that Drain Punch. Great. All right, so that blocks one Drain Punch, and it's probably going to block the second one too. They can always Drain Punch on the next turn, but if that's what you want to do for 30 damage and to heal back 15, be my guest. Because what we just did there is got a free Salt Cure on Oranguru and free burn and Salt Cure damage onto Iron Hands. All right, looking good, looking good. So we got Iron Hands is basically dealt with. The only thing that they can do is swap him out, and we shook off the taunt, so we are in prime position for their next Pokemon, which is Flutter Mane, which we did kind of see coming, admittedly. Flutter Mane's gonna want to stomp on Garganacl. I can protect for one turn and just dump on Flutter Mane with a Snarl. Because if I Snarl it first, then that will allow me to possibly survive a Shadow Ball from it next turn. Especially if it's a Ghost Terror, I'm gonna need this Snarl. Like, I'm gonna need this Snarl. Hopefully they don't read into my Protect. Fingers crossed. Great. Yeah, it's like, for them, it's like, you kind of have to do that play, because if I let you do it, then you're in a crazy good position. Who avoided the attack? Okay. Not Flutter Mane. That's all that mattered. So we can honestly take a couple more of those. I could also Protect next turn with Arcanine. Salt Cure the Flutter Mane. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Salt Cure to Flutter Mane. Protect Arcanine. I mean, they're going to want to hit Garganacl though, right? If I Protect Arcanine, that just allows me to survive one more turn, but then their Flutter Mane is still going to be pretty vicious, right? Yeah. What I'm thinking is if they target Arcanine with Flutter Mane, then I just get some free damage in. But if they don't, then I want to get this Snarl in. Okay, cool. Cool. This actually works pretty well then. I'm going to Salt Cure whatever comes in. The Snarl doesn't really do anything for Dragonite, but it will break Sash, potentially. And we're missing a couple of attacks here. Goodness. I'll take those misses over a Will-O-Wisp miss, though. Any day of the week. And that works out pretty good, because honestly, I can just Protect again next turn. Just Protect again next turn, you know? I can honestly double Protect here, and like, what are they gonna do? They can't do anything. I don't think they have anything for Garganacl with Dragonite though, so I'm kind of content with attacking the Dragonite again. But I'll just play it. Oh, if Flutter Mane comes back in though, this is a little bit more problematic. So now I kind of have to double Protect, I think. Because if they double into my Garganacl, it's gonna be scary. And they probably have extreme speed on Dragonite, I'm thinking. But I'm not too worried. I got several Pokemon in the back, so let's double Protect here. Just scout them out, get some Salt Cure damage for free on the Dragonite, and see what happens here. And I'm just going for the guaranteed wins. I know I've been playing a lot of slow games today, where like with this team, I don't feel the need to swap out. I just feel like this team, honestly, this duo of Garganacl and Arcanine, they have so much chemistry and synergy that they're able to protect each other pretty well. And just chip away at opponents. So now they're gonna get a knockout on the next turn, which is fine. Hopefully it won't be a double. Hopefully it won't be a double knockout. I don't remember if Extreme Speed is faster than Fake Out. Oh, they're just going for a D-Gleam. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting, because I could Wide Guard that if I wanted to. But we're totally not. Ooh, they read it. Oh, that was slick. That was slick. That Dragon Dance is really going to help them out. That's really going to help them out. Fluttermane's Sash is broken. I'll take the Gleam. I'll just take the Gleam. That's okay, I'll take the Gleam damage. Yeah, because they had to E-Speed Arcanine. They had to. I'm just proud that they called my play. I'm like, that was slick. Good job calling that. So the Gleam does a little bit more than half, which is not great. Not great at all. And they might be locked into Dazzling Gleam as well. I could Wide Guard if their Fluttermane is stuck on Gleam. I could also double protect again. Yeah, duh, yeah. Let's just double protect again. See what they're stuck on. See if they're stuck on anything. Double protect, then next turn, actually I won't even need to worry about the Gleam next turn, because next turn I'm sure an Ice Shard can take it out. All right, cool. So we're doing pretty good. Definitely been gaming very well. Especially with this duo starting off as the lead. Yeah, so I think they're locked into Dazzling Gleam, but like I said, I don't have to, you know, risk it. I should be able to knock out Mischievous with an Ice Shard here, and then I can recover off my health. I mean Fluttermane, I'm sorry. Fluttermane. Let me put some respect on your name. Yeah, I feel like the Fluttermane is probably scarfed and the Dragonite is... I don't know what the Dragonite has, actually. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, do that, and Ice Shard is the one that always attacks first. Bada boom, bada bing. They're going to get a nice E-Speed as long as it doesn't crit. I don't think it'll kill me if it crits. Yeah, that would kill me if it crits. Whoa. But yeah, we do that. We do those things. And it doesn't look like Dragonite can even really hit Garganacl. I don't know what moves Dragonite has for Garganacl, but it's not looking too hot for Dragonite right now. And that, my friend, is GG's. I'm just going to double protect here because I'm a jerk. Because I'm a jerk and I'm going to make it so you can't knock out another one of my Pokemon. I know he's like, bro, this guy and his protects. 07's in the chat. Sayonara, my friend. Good fight. Good battles. Great, great, great battles. 5-0, 4-0? 4-0, 5-0? Let's see. Let's see what battle number that was. I don't want to go till I lose because I don't like ending the day on a loss, but I'm also like, I'm on a crazy win streak and I kind of want to end the day on the win streak. Let's see where we are. If that was battle number 5, I'll end it. That way I don't accidentally end on a loss, or like if I lose 2 back-to-back as my next couple games, that would be tragic. So let's see, ranked battles. Where is the rank? Let's go. We're in the next tier. We're so close to Ultra Ball. Let's go. Okay, 5-0. 5-0 on the day. All right, cool. So honestly, hour into the stream, we'll end the stream there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link is in the Twitch. And if you are watching back on YouTube, thank you. And of course, appreciate having you guys in the chat. And that'll be it. Peace. Till next time.